It's a long way at the back. It's a long way at the back there. The number of unions on the parade. We're not seeing GAU. We are not seeing the other government supported unions. That's all right. That's all right. The parade's still going to go on. So Minister Simona Broom's walking right there. It's a great support out here this morning from the labor unions, minus the government labor union of personnel. We're not seeing them, the GAU and the others, FITOG and them. But great support from the other labor union, the Guyana Teachers Union, the CCWU, and other unions. We have different branches of the Guyana Teachers Union out here as well. And so a number of other unions here. The Guyana Postal Telecommunications Union as well. A number of other unions supporting this morning. Good support, great support. And solidarity to all the unions out here this morning. Great support. And so they are here. The branches of the Guyana Teachers Union still not finished yet. Still continue to go. I think this is the last lot of the Guyana Teachers Union. And they're all there. This is the last lot of the Guyana Teachers Union. And then we have coming up the Guyana Postal and Telecommunications Workers Union. Coming up right there. And then we have the CCWU Union coming up just behind the Guyana Postal and Telecommunications Union. This is this union right here. If you just join us, we were informed just now that the police were trying to divert the union up to Church Street. I don't know who gave them that instruction. They were trying to divert the union parade up Church Street. But the officials there said, no way, we are accustomed going down Avenue of the Republic, up to Durban Street, come through Smythe Street, I think it is, or the Riser Road area, and then all the way out to Brick Dam, catching the area of Albert Street into the park. But this time they're not going to go to the park. The unions are going to be assembling at the Guyana Trade Union Congress auditorium for messages and greetings from union officials. So that's the route they're accustomed to take, and we were informed that the police were trying to divert them up Church Street, and the officials for the parade says, no way, we're not going down Church Street. This is the route we're accustomed to take. I don't know who decided to do that at this crucial time in the union fraternity of Guyana, that you're going to bully the unions to go down a route that they're not supposed to go, or they're not accustomed going. So somebody up there in the government trying to divert the union to a route that they are not accustomed taking, or were not discussed by the union. And so they are going the route that they're accustomed to, that is Avenue of the Republic. That's where they are. And you got the Bauxite Union passing us there. And then they got the Guyana Market Vendors Union in the orange. The Guyana Market Vendors Union as well coming up with Mr. Andrews, Eon Andrews, the head of the union, leading as well. At the back, we have as well the Union of Agricultural and Allied Workers. That's way down at the back there. I think we had some other unions joining the parade on the Avenue of the Republic. Once again, I must say big support to all the unions out there who came out this morning. Early this morning, there were some on the parade area since like around 6 o'clock this morning, and waiting for the parade to start. We had some early birds as usual, but look at this parade. Look at it. We also have the New York chapter having a parade, a union, a Labor Day program coming up in June the 11th, I think it is. And you want to wish them well. But look there, look. Today is Labor Day in Guyana. You wouldn't find coverage like this on NCN live, because as you know, NCN follows the tune of the government, and they will not give coverage to such an event live. But the coalition government, the coalition party, we decided to bring this live so you can see what's happening on the parade. So here is the Guyana Market Vendors Union in the orange. The Union of Agricultural and Allied Workers, registration number 175. Now the police is giving direction to the traffic. We have coming up the General Workers Union. The General Workers Union coming up there right now. The General Workers Union there. The UGFSA. And that's the independent Citizens of Progress there on the parade this morning in purple, right there. And that's the back of the parade. This is the back of the parade. And that's the back of the parade. We're going to catch the parade up on Brick Dam, heading over to Albert Street and heading into the GTUC compound for the rally and the messaging from different heads of the union. So stay with us, stay with us, stay with us.
All right. Gosh, they just got me rushing right into the studio right off the bat just to talk to you guys. I thought it would have been the Labor Day parade so that you guys can get a glimpse as to what's happening in Guyana on May Day, spelt M-A-Y, mind you, M-A-Y, May Day. No other spelling is significant. It's worth anything. It's M-A-Y, May Day. Don't be fooled. All right, it's May Day in Guyana. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? What's going through your mind? Let's talk. Send some folks back. Send the link and let them know we're back. Um, well, we don't know what's happening with the link out in Guyana. The person who's doing the coverage probably may have run out of data. Just in case you guys don't know what that means, it simply means that they ran out of credit, and that's it. And when you run out of credit and you're caught off guard, that's about it. So I basically just had to throw on something, well, something to be here with you guys this morning. Labor Day, the so-called regime, they're not carrying anything on their network. They have no respect, none whatsoever. No respect, none for the workers of Guyana, none whatsoever. They don't. But when it comes to like the Enmore martyr, right? Cousel and so forth died. They're going to go to this Liripentere cemetery. That's the only time you see them that they're going to clean up the cemetery area and so forth because you know it's a bushy area. It's a jungle. And so they clear it up during that time so that they can go and get a little publicity and take some photographs and say that they have remembered Kausila. They have remembered Kausila. So that's what's happening in. Oh, man, I wish I had a wardrobe. What is it? You call it a director and so forth. So do forgive me, guys. I just had to hop on here to talk with you. I wasn't in hiding all weekend. I was just taking some rest, But here it is that I'm back with you guys this morning, bright and early, May, M-A-Y, May 1st, 2023. Yes, Petri. You guys get some names out of this world. If I'm not pronouncing it properly, don't go looking for me. But good morning to all of you. Petri Veronica is asking, sounds like a French name, right? Parlez-vous français? Oh, don't tell me oui, oui, oui. So is asking, folks are asking, why is it that NCN is not covering it? Why is it that NCN is not covering it? It's pretty obvious. NCN or hen see hen, because hen see hen wouldn't cover it. Hen see hen wouldn't cover it. Look, let me just take a quick pause to say that this guy, Lord Stewart, is trolling me all troll. He's a troll. That's troll, right? Everywhere I go, he's there, man. If I'm on stage, he's there. If I'm in the army barrack, he's there. Everywhere he is, right there. Morning to you, sir. Good to see that you're following me all over. At least you guys are following somebody that's good, right? I would have been feeling away if you follow any mad guy, because I guess some people call themselves the maddest thing out of Guyana, if you know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, then you just don't know what's happening in Guyana. Good morning to all of you, Lord. Good morning indeed. Continue to share the link. It makes me want to stay on longer with you guys, right? Longer. So, look, what's happening in your neck of the woods as we heat things up here now? Can we have somebody just grab me a Red Bull? Somebody just grab me a Red Bull. Please, because we have a big staff here, right? And just like that, you call for a Red Bull, and thank you so much. Here we go. We're gonna rock and roll. How long should we spend with each other? Because we have lots of things we want to talk about. You see how things happen, right? I'm running the feed with you guys. All of a sudden, the guy on the ground, Andrew Weeks, ran out of credit. Right? Didn't get no money. Ran out of credit. I'm just pulling Andrew Weeks. I'm just pulling his leg, so to speak, because you know them guys in Guyana, Guyanese men are very touchy, you know. They're touchy. And then when they're touchy, they call themselves boss, and then they take a selfie, and then selfie boss. Sorry about that. I didn't really mean this is a beautiful Monday morning, right? And let me see some of your comments. CC Forbes say NCN, non-entity, covers nonsense. Hey, that's right. Non-entity covers nonsense. Come on, guys. You know I like my orange. I'm an orange kind of guy, right? Don't forget, don't ever forget, I'm an orange kind of guy.
Jesus Christ, man, the worst. It's a must, you know. Jesus Christ went through worst.
You know, I just had to. I'm an orange kind of guy. Anyways, good morning. It's Labor Day in Guyana. What is it like where you are? Talk to me a little bit. Talk to me a little bit. Somebody is saying orange looks good on you, Mark. Well, duh. Even if I put on pink, pink looks good on me. Come on now. Come on. Even if I put on purple or brown. Come on now, you guys. Troy is asking me, why am I not wearing red? Well, I have red socks. Hey, nothing is wrong with red, you know. There are different shades of red. There's the nice looking red, and then there's the dirty red. You know the dirty red when you see a dirty red, you know. So don't get tied up with your red, you know. Don't get tied up with the red. Some of y'all don't get tied up with it. There's a difference with your red. Know your red. This is what you call a dirty red. And you know you could identify, you know the red. Trust me on this. You know your red, right? Come on, guys. Know your red. Know your red. Don't get tied up with this red thing. Look at the dirty red. I didn't say dread. Dirty red. You know your dirty red when you see a dirty red. All right? Good. So what's happening? We wanna what, deal with some real issues, man. Can you get a drainage folks, drainage and irrigation? You get a couple dollars and you're cleaning drains, you're cleaning gutters. Oh gosh, that is progress in Guyana, right? That's what they call progress in Guyana. Let's see what's happening with the MAY. Mike, look what's going on right now in Guyana. This is happening right now in Guyana. Yes, this is what's happening.
The young ones joining the parade. We have the head of the union here. Sir, good morning.
Morning.
It's a hot, sunny morning.
Yes.
And your teachers, I must say, are the biggest on the parade. The largest contingent. Maybe over 200 and something persons there.
Every year, more than that.
600! Wow.
We are out in our numbers as we do every year, and it's an indication that our teachers have been supporting the union and the work of the teachers union. Really indicates that we have the backings of our teachers. We have teachers from work.
Look, that teacher in the background. Look, that teacher in the background.
By this I mean 5 and 6.
I want to go to that school.
The region 4. So, very large contingent.
Are you all satisfied that your conditions have not been met so far from the government? Are you working around that?
We've had some engagement.
Guys, gotta put some light
and we're looking forward on the one for an update on that.
Collective bargaining.
Yeah, we have laid our issues on the table, and we're hoping that when we meet again, at least we'll be having some sort of
Lay your tissues on the
update
table.
in terms of where we
Tissues. The
Well, we
government
are
doesn't have
all
time
the
with
folks
y'all
watching right
issues.
now,
They have
Solidarity
no
with Teachers
respect for
Union
teachers.
and the unions across the world celebrating this Day of Workers' Day.
Yes, one of the things I would like to say to our teachers and generally to those who support the teachers union work is that we continue to have solidarity. As you can see, our numbers are an indication of our strength. And that, if we could have brought all the members from the different counties, they would have been out here. We're having rally in Linden, we're having rally in Particle, in Region 2, in Region 1, Region 7, Region 9, Region 8. So everywhere teachers are out, and it's an indication of the solidarity that we are sharing. And we would like the general public to support us in our work. And we know through solidarity, we'll move the powers that be to address our issues.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir Light, the head of the union, of the Teachers Union, speaking to us on camera. Over 600 teachers on parade here this morning. And they are coming from all over the country. There are rallies also all across the country in other regions. The union president said just now.
Come on, teachers. Come on. I saw a couple of you guys at the fish shop. You can do better than that. Come on, guys. Come on. Teachers, you are playing Let It Blow. Blow, blow. Some song, man. Some nice Brother Bob or something. Let it blow, blow, blow. Come on, guys. You guys agree
North
with me?
Georgetown branch of the Ghana Teachers Union here as well.
Teachers are not being respected by the installed PPP regime.
Why
No
are we
respect
respecting
at
you,
all.
say?
The president of the union, Mark Wright, said that they have issues on the
Over
table.
600 teachers on parade
And you have
this
issues.
morning. Over
Issues
600.
on the table. Not
Could you
issues.
imagine that? Over 600 teachers here this morning.
That's the Guyana Postal and Telecommunications. Okay, workers union. That lady, I like her spirit. Yeah. The one ducky head. You want nobody know he's a postman. It's related to Lawrence. So ducky head. You want nobody he's a postman.
We're on Durban Street right now. Durban Street. And we are heading all the way to the National Park area. CCW there.
And teachers walking. No, them is not teachers. Them is post girls. Well, all in all, it's not a bad day. We're seeing a lot of workers around, and we respect these workers. We salute them.
Right?
You know, unlike the PVP regime, they don't salute, they don't appreciate nothing at all, absolutely nothing. So, yep, mindful of a little humor, but outside of that, I have tremendous amount of respect for these workers. These are the workers who put all their monies into NIS. Only wait, pot. That's the vendors. I love the vendors. So,
This is the Ghana Market Vendors Union in the orange.
yeah, you gotta go in front. You gotta see the pot. Let's hear the pot. Hey, no vendor where you see a vendor, right? Most of them there are no. Most of them are my friends. Oh yeah, that's me. That's my gang, the vendors. Yep. Whenever you guys are in Guyana, support these vendors. Support them. They're hard-working people. They're there from early in the morning till late in the evening. That's a new one, song. Look good on the set of dread rock. Good morning, guys. It's Labor Day in Guyana, and this is the Labor Day parade. Union youth here now. The General Workers Union. GW. Yeah, I know the GW. GW. Smile me a face.
Running up, Joe, you're running up.
This is a union too? How dare we done this parade? What kind of thing is this?
Yeah, what?
How come a political party we done this?
Yes.
They poked the parade. They should not have been allowed to be on the parade. You know, they poked the parade. But this parade is for unions, you know, not political parties. Even though GAU, yes, as a union can be considered a political party and not necessarily a union. And so that party there, whichever little independent party with couple people, they pope. You see, Guyanese, I don't know, Guyanese are experts at everything. Imagine this is a union. This is a Labor Day parade, right? And a small Kumchi party pope the Labor Day parade. Oh man, should give them. If I was a cop, I probably would have given them a ticket. All of them five of them in the union, the political party, give them a ticket. Sorry about that, guys. I got a bit carried away with that union being in the party. That union being in the party. I mean, in the parade. All right, what's on your minds? Let's see what's going on with you guys. All they're getting is beer, and I agree with you, Tony Hack. All they're getting is beer, jump up song, and look, I love a jump up song, and these are the things. Don't get me wrong, but it's Labor Day, man. It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day. Where's the vibes? Where's the energy? Where is it? We need to see these sort of things. They need to be more creative too. Like, for example, they should get proper floats. That they should get a float, for example, the Guyana Postal Union, a float with some nice designs, some postal workers and so every year since I'm a small boy growing up in Guyana over 80 something years ago. Every single year is the same thing. You just get a long cloth, you tie something on it, and you walk down the same passage, same everything, same route or whatever, same thing every single for the past 85 years since I'm a little boy. 85 years, same thing. No creativity. The Guyana Agriculture Union, they should get some things like baigan, baji, sane, shallot, coconut, and have a lovely parade on Labor Day. Every year is the same thing. You just run on the market, cut a big piece of cloth and tie on it, and one body you hold one side and you walk and you run down and you wind up and it's done. Gosh, good morning, guys. Sometimes I get a bit carried away, right? I get a bit carried away. Let me take me a sip of Red Bull because we got some other things to talk about. And then you get one of them unions playing "Let It Blow, Blow, Blow," "Let It Blow, Blow, Blow," "Let It Blow, Blow, Blow." Sorry, guys. Sorry. I mean, at least I'm trying to be a little relaxed. I don't want to jump up and dance up and behave, like the one who dance up and there's stupidness going on what they consider talk show. Like they just bash out of Barbie Smart House. Let me see what Ian Williams is. Ian Williams, yeah. I'm not bashing them, man. I'm saluting them. That's true. I'm saluting them for coming out and so forth. But I'm just offering some free advice that I just caught myself that, you know what? For 80 something years, I've been watching the same parade, same route. We got to be innovative, my friend. We got to be creative. Hopefully next year we will see the parade. We will see some lovely floats and these sort of things to make it really nice. Get some sponsorships, and as they walk down and so forth, the teachers should be on a nice float with some chalkboards and some nice whatever it is. And some student colors and representation of the schools and so forth. Sorry, sometimes I think I'm way ahead of my time, right? I'm not being full of myself, but sometimes I can't help it, right? Let me see some of your comments. Somebody said, let me see what, I'm getting a little views out here, but that's okay. Petri, Veronica is saying, Mark, but they don't need none of that. They work all week. They need their energy for the week. True, fair enough. They need their energy. But we've got to elevate this Labor Day thing now. We've got to elevate it. It can't be same thing. Like there's a soca song that goes something like, I'm tired of the same thing over. Good. I'm tired of the what? Same thing over and over and over. I'm tired of the same thing over and over. So we go back next year, same thing over and over. Last year, same thing over. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Why is it that Guyanese are times like that? That when you offer constructive criticism, it's being described as bashing. It's not bashing. I love those workers. I admire those workers. I think they deserve the salute. They deserve our respect and so forth. They do. I know quite a lot of them. The vendors, my favorite. Hence, right? The vendors. All of the workers. So don't get me wrong, guys. We've got to up our game. We are still way behind. We are way behind, my friends. We've got to up our games. We've just got to do it. We've got to do better. We are smart people. Anywhere in the world we go, we are smart people. In a positive sense, we're smart, and some who, paint Guyana in a bad light, they're also very creative. They're smart in what they do up until when they get caught. So next year now, I hope they start planning. Next year, they got to be far more creative. They got to be creative, guys. Come on. We can do better. That is why there's a song that goes, "Can we do it?" Come on, come on, come on. I'm not bashing. I don't bash Guyana. I don't bash Guineas. I noticed that there's a big war between Starbucks and who goes Starbucks and, who drink coffee. It's okay. If the people want to go and take a picture at Starbucks, people are always curious. They're always curious. I remember I was saying this, and some people may not have gotten it, that the first time I saw a Chinese restaurant, I was just maybe about 7 or 8 years old on the quarantine. Wim Village. Wim Village, either sometime in the late 70s or maybe the early 80s. I was a little boy. And the first time I heard the big guys them talk about a Chinese restaurant, it was a village called Wim. And we rode our bikes, several villages, all the way to Wim, just to smell Chinese food. And not only that, we have never seen a Chinese person in real life, other than the movie, Jackie Chan and whatever other. And we used to go to the cinema, at Wim Cinema there, and we used to watch Chinese pictures and so, but we have never seen Chinese in real life. I'm speaking the truth here with you guys. And so when we heard of this Chinese restaurant, all of us little boys in the village, we dropped whatever we were doing just to head out there to take a look at it. First of all, to smell the Chinese food and to take a look at the Chinese workers. The Chinese woman, I never forget, she said, "You no get money, you come back when you get money." Years later, that song is still in my voice, in my mind, and still, no money, you get no money, you don't come back, right? Little boys. So the point that I'm making is, even if there's a Starbucks in Guyana and Guyanese are curious about it, it is okay. It is human nature. You will always be curious. And in Guyana, we don't say curious. You say they're fast. But it's okay. Nothing is wrong with that. Let the people line up. Let them go and they get their experience. That's all. But for me now, I'd want to know who owns the Starbucks before they get a cent from me. That's all. And if I find out that it's somebody who is not in keeping with, if they're much in bed with the oppressors and so forth, they ain't gonna get my money. Starbucks or whatever, they ain't getting my money. I got to find out who owns it. So, gosh, smell Chinese food right now. Talk about that Chinese. We ran into that Chinese restaurant as little boys, smelling Chinese food. But we couldn't buy it. Chinese lady said, "You come back here and you get money. You go, you come back here and you get money." Good morning, guys. Labor Day, I don't know what happened, but the people them keep losing their data. Let me see if I'll get in touch with somebody on the ground so that we can hear some of the speeches. Lincoln Lewis is actually on the ground, so I'm wondering what's happening at yep. A lot of you guys remember back in the days as well. Back in the days as well. And even today, you buy Chinese food, they put it in a brown paper bag, and the paper bag, aisle, and you walk with it. It's culture. Nothing's wrong with that. If the people want to go line up for see whatever, let them do that. enough of us used to line up for black pudding, line up for bread. I remember at Philippi, I used to line up for anti-clotil buns, anti-clotil marby, anti-clotil tennis roll, clotil baguette at Philippi. Everybody remember those days, man. Oh, man. And then even today in Guyana, you go in and you buy a soda and they put the soda in a plastic bag. I walking down the road with a puri or a buns, and you drinking your soda out of a plastic bag with a straw. It's we culture. But it's okay. It's all fun. Nobody should be putting each other down. Whether you live outside of Guyana, you live inside of Guyana, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But I guess some Guyanese, when they go back home, it's like they forget what mosquito look like. They can't be touched by mosquitoes. They're carrying a bunch of oil. I don't know if them what kind. All of a sudden they're into oil. They rub down the skin with this oil and that oil, and then they get another relative got fan them and knock mosquito for them for $1 US. I make joke when some of y'all go home. It's like y'all forget what cows look like and all kind of thing, right? But the point is, it doesn't matter where we are as Guyanese. And whether Guyanese are back home, it's all the same. There shouldn't be no bashing. The bashing should stop. I know some Guyanese go back home, they don't even want coconut touch them. Some of them didn't even remember what tamarind ball looks like. Oh, Father. Mosquito oil. Then we want the sun boil. Oh, the sun is so hot. Oh my gosh. It's hot, you know? And why is it that this minibus is so crowded? If the minibus is so crowded, come out and take a taxi. Yeah, you gotta love Guyanese though, right? You gotta. I remember the first time one of my relatives go back home, small buy again. They carry a box with if you see clothes inside, and this thing smell America, this thing smells so lovely, man. Hey, we just catch enough of them when we go back home though. That your clothes smell nice. This time some get a clothes from Bobby's and all over. Well, at least I used to buy from Bobby's, I ain't gonna lie. All right, what other stuff happening in Guyana? As you know, it's May Day, M-A-Y, May Day, indeed. Happy Labor Day to you guys. We're still trying to see if we're going to get back in. Sorry about that. We want to see if we get back with what's happening in Guyana with the Labor Day. Yep. Nothing, no feed as yet. So we're still going to try to see if we get let's see if we get in touch with our folks in Guyana to see if we can get some live feed as to what's happening there. If not, we'll just continue with our discussion and find some other things to talk about. But the point is that regardless of where we are, we should always respect each other. It shouldn't be about a fight down. It shouldn't be about a fight down as to who's better than who, Guyanese outside of Guyana. Because I know some Guyanese outside of Guyana aren't living better than Guyanese in Guyana. They get some Guyanese in Guyana living better than Guyanese outside. They get some Guyanese outside living better than, it happens all over the world. And our energy is spent on the bashing of who foreign-minded and who in foreign. We got to be focused. You think the Israelis are like that? You think the Kenyans are like that? I have some friends from Somalia and other places. You think when you go down to certain places in New York, in Manhattan and so forth, and you see some of the Somalis and some of the other brothers and sisters from Africa, they all build their country. They build their nation. That's what they do. They don't bash their nation. They don't bash their people. They build their people. And that is what we have to start doing. We got to start building our people, building our country. Every day is too much energy spent on pulling each other down. The politics, we may need to do that with the install corrupt people in government, yeah. But ordinarily, we gotta, the energy is too much. One bash who in bash back. So, all right, what else is happening, guys? What else is happening? Talk to me. we should be eating some fudge. And then when you eat fudge, some people in Guyana, some of y'all in Guyana like Buse too, you know, who live in basement and who live in basement and who wrong energy, guys. Wrong energy. Wrong energy. Happy Labor Day to you all. We're not getting a link. I haven't seen any link as yet, but happy Labor Day to you guys. Happy Labor Day. I see the guys are out there. They're pretty busy. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What do you guys want to talk about? Other than saying good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning, all. Yeah, good morning. Is that all we're going to be saying? Good morning, all. What's on your mind? Tell me what's on your mind and we can talk. I'm going to give you guys, what is it? Give you guys 30 seconds while we take a quick break. 30 seconds. Enjoy this.
Yeah, this is the elite team. The root team. Strong team.
Number one.
PPP team. Yeah. You understand? PPP all the way.
Yeah,
one Guyana. Yes.
Holding the fort for Monday morning.
In any weather, rain, sun,
we are
in
here.
the night. We there right here. We ain't going nowhere. We holding it for PPP.
Right.
PPP all the way.
Yeah, we definitely strong.
Crazy.
Yes. Yeah, PPP all the way. Yes.
Big us up.
Yeah.
All right, yep. These guys, you know, the PPP leave them out in the cold, you know. I'm actually trying to get on to somebody, but they're not answering. They're busy typing. Stuart is not answering. We want to hear what's going on. Labor Day, how much he has missed Labor Day, and these sort of things, and what Labor Day means to you guys. You can talk to me. You can let us know what Labor Day means to you guys. Labor Day for me means that you take the time out to salute and respect the workers. And that is what we're doing here today. This day, we dedicate it to all of the workers, all of the workers. But what we have noticed is obvious that the PPP, as always, they politicize everything. So they keep their political party, that is the Guyana Agricultural Workers Union, GAU, they keep GAU away from the rally, from the march, from the May Day parade, because they're going to politicize everything. That's what they do. Unfortunately, that's just what they do. Somebody's saying that I'm giving these people free advertisement. No, I am disappointed. I'm not giving anybody free advertisement, except if you go down by Quality Food Mart by Borby's Bus Park. You're able to get some nice food there, and at Brewster's, you're able to get some nice ice cream. Go down and support those businesses. Support the lady out in the street corner that supports you. Because when you support these people, guess what happens? It enriches the community. It enriches the village. The village is expanded that way. But when you take your money and you dash it into anybody's hands, and you dash it into the hands of those who support the oppressors, what do you think that does to your community? Absolutely nothing. So even if there's somebody, a vendor in your area that sells for a quarter more, or $1 or 100 Guyana dollars more, it's worth it. It's worth it than if you spend, if you think that you're going to save by going to some store somewhere, and that store somewhere take all of their monies and they fight against you and your community. Start thinking, folks. Start thinking. Stop utilizing your energy for bashing and start thinking. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? What's on your mind? You want to tell me? Or should we just move on and see what's happening in the news? What's happening at GCOM, guys? Claudette, what's going on?
And you're confident that you're going to deliver credible and fair elections?
Of course. Only one way I know, and that is the correct way. I do not believe in, there's so much negative things in the newspapers. I will not sell my integrity for all the oil in Guyana.
Guyana really nice. Guyana, it's a nice place.
Hypocrisy, right? All right. So, what does this Labor Day mean for you guys? And how do you feel that the PPP has boycotted, has basically ignored this Labor Day because they can't control the workers, they can't control the unions and these sort of things? How do you feel? How do you feel about it? Forget about those individuals who have sold themselves for 20 pieces of silver, and they tend to want to bond together. Birds of a feather bond together. The soup drinkers bond. Read between the lines, right? All of the soup drinkers bond. They go under one umbrella and they bond, right? They bond together. The soup drinkers there. And they come like snake oil salesmen trying to fool you with some of them with their fake Bajan accent. They bond. You know what I mean by that? They bond together. And those are the people that you have to even watch how you support them. You got to watch because they come with their fake tears, their crocodile tears, pretending as though that they love you, pretending as though everybody else is bad and they know what is good from an economic standpoint. Economic for them is basically taking crumbs from the oppressors. They run to one oppressor, take crumbs. They run to another oppressor, take crumbs. They run to another oppressor, hold an umbrella, and then they come and want to dictate to you about economics. Be careful with those snake oil salesmen. All of those soup drinkers bond under the same umbrella. Be careful with those snake oil soup drinkers, those snake oil salesmen. Be careful with them. Don't, when they jump on their live and they try to make it look as though they love you and they love AP and UPNC supporters and they're talking to Africans. They're not. They're not. Don't buy into that gimmick. Just don't buy into it at all. Don't ever do that. They think they're clever, but they would never be clever. They think they love you, but they would never love you. They love themselves. They love the soup they're drinking. And if they can go to this person and drink soup, this other person and drink soup, that is what they do. They are soup drinkers. And when you call them soup drinkers, they get into the feelings. And that's when the Bajan accent spend 1 or 2 years in Barbados, and they're more Bajan than Bajans. And then they come and try to talk and say, but, and this and that. Trash. Chase them with your umbrella. Let them go somewhere else with their umbrella. Don't come over to you, try to brainwash you, to give you the impression that they love you. They don't love you. They love themselves. Anywhere they can get a little hustle, they are there. Anything they could get a hustle on, they are there. And then they want to talk and lecture you about economics and we're all one. No! Chase them with your umbrella. Chase them. Do not buy into their gimmicks, their propaganda. Do not buy into it. I leave that there for now. Do not buy into it. Because they all want to bond under the same corrupt umbrella. I tell people dotishness. Anyways, what else? Sorry about that. These clowns call themselves politicians. A bunch of clowns. All right, what else is happening? What else can we talk about this morning? Because remember, this was just about to get the parade going, and all of a sudden the parade done. We ain't get back nothing from the parade, guys. It's done. And I want to be able to find out what's going on with this parade, right? What's happening with the parade? We're getting in touch with at least somebody on the ground to find out what's happening, because I want you guys to hear the speeches and so forth, if possible. If possible. And have you guys seen the photograph of Patricia Chase Green? Because these days, I remember back in the days we had quality mayors, Compton Young and Yearwood Ben, and those folks, Lionel Lucku and Bornham. You had quality mayors. And we still got to give Hammy a little prop, even though he sat down in the seat and warmed it up for all them years. We still got to give Hammy some respect because Hammy knew about the politics. But not all of the modern day mayors I'm going to paint with the same brush and say that they're all. No, there are few good ones. The bulk of them, I don't know where side they come from. The bulk of them. It's like any Paku you take in and turn into mayor. Any Paku turn into mayor. Corriverton, they had a Paku there. He had to resign. Rosal, they get another Paku. New Amsterdam, I don't know what's going on. Well, Georgetown, we gave Obraj his little props, right? In Bartica, I don't even know who's the mayor of Bartica. In Linden, I don't even know what's going on in Linden. Anybody you just take and you put them up there as mayor, and I don't know, man. We can do better, can't we? I guess we can do better, but why aren't we doing better? Why aren't we doing better? Why aren't we doing better? We can't get to the parade. I don't know what's happening there on the ground. We need to get to the parade. We need to find out what's happening. Yeah, I remember Kenneth Short as well. Thank you, Winston Henry. Winston Henry's a bright guy. Put him in the front of the class. Mavis Ben. Yes, I did mention Mavis Ben. Those are quality mayors. Of course, times have changed too now, right? You just pluck anybody out and you install them as mayor. Because Guyana, you don't elect the mayor. The people do not elect their mayors. And that is something that I've been pushing for many years now, calling for the law to be changed so that folks, when they walk into the voting booth, they would vote directly for their mayor. Now they don't vote for mayors, they vote for the party of their choice. So anybody can run under the party. Say, for example, the PNC. Anybody can run under the PNC. And when people walk into the booth, they vote basically for the party. And then once the party wins, then the party leadership decides on who will be the next mayor, not the people. And so they sit at the table, the horseshoe table, and they pretend as though there's a democracy. They pretend as though they don't know who is going to be nominated as or installed as the mayor. And so they're going to say, one of them going to get up, because this thing is all cooked up, with the political party. It's all cooked up. Then they get up and they say, I'd like to nominate Maurice Sokraj. And then Yvette Elliott is going to say, I'd like to second that. This time they already know that the leadership of the party done install Sokraj as the mayor, But they're just going through this formality to make it look as though it's a democratic process, when in fact it's not democratic. The leadership already decided who they're going to put as mayor of wherever. That's what and to me, that is wrong. The people should get that opportunity to elect their own mayor. Yvette Elias is saying, Mark, you would have been a good mayor if you were elected. No, the party didn't, the PNC, and even my own friend Granger fought against me. Granger said, don't vote for Ben Sharp. Ben Sharp doesn't have contact with people in high office in the government of Guyana that was under the coalition. My friend David Otto Granger said that to me. All of them threw me under the bus. So it doesn't matter what you do or what you have done or whatever, as long as you don't join them and sing their song with them, they're going to throw you under the bus. They threw me under the bus with Chase Green. Oh, yeah. In 2016, they didn't just throw me under the bus, Hear what the PNC did to me. And the APNU and the AFC and them. Them people just pick me up, drag me, and dash me under the bus. We don't have usage for you. We don't want you, right? See, my friend David Granger and all of them, Harmon and all of them. all of them. And so they put Chase Green. Hey, somebody brought this thing up. Y'all know how to bring things up to make me feel emotional. Y'all are psychiatrists or psychologists out there, right? Y'all are too smart. So they threw me under the bus for this thing. They threw me under the bus. They threw me under the bus for her. In Guyana, they get something. They said, "Thing for laugh, thing for what? Thing for cry, you're laughing." They threw me under the bus, guys, for Chase Green. And look what Chase Green do to them a day like today. Dash them under the bus. And the guy that they threw under the bus is still here fighting for them. The guy that they threw under the bus is still here fighting for them. And the woman that they put there, well, they put her and Duncan. And Duncan started fight them to become mayor because Duncan wasn't happy as deputy mayor. Duncan started fight them because he didn't get no guard hot and all kinds. So anyways, I ain't gonna knock Duncan. Duncan is doing a good job ringing his bell. So I ain't gonna knock Duncan, but they put her over me. They put her over me. And some of the, I've seen some posts about the biggest scandals at the municipality was under her mayorship. Contract here, contract there, and all manner of things. And now I've noticed that the PPP dash little crumbs in her corner, and she get a couple of black people or black folks, and guess what they're doing? She get them cleaning gutters, cleaning drains, and these sort of things. Cleaning drains. Cleaning drains. That is exactly what happened. And so I am saying all of this that I could be bitter against the coalition. I could be bitter against Granger and all these, because when a few of us were warning you guys as to how the coalition was heading, some of y'all get vexed. Some of y'all, if y'all catch me with cutlass, y'all probably broadside me or whatever else y'all would have done with us. Y'all weren't listening. Y'all weren't hearing. Like cotton wool been in y'all ears. Y'all weren't listening to some of us. Y'all used to tell me like Naomi Drucker, sorry. Oh, we bitter. We very bitter because we didn't get position. We bitter because we didn't get this. We bit the amount of bitter that we think we might as well open a bitter factory or something like that. The amount of times you've heard, oh, Ben Shaw bitter because he didn't get no position as a minister. Lincoln Lewis bitter and all the people that we used to warn that, look, you have to be able to hold your government accountable and try to steer the coalition in the right direction. We used to get cuss out. Cuss out! Big time cuss out from enough of y'all. Enough of y'all we used to cuss out now. Want me join y'all now for cuss out Granger. Me joining y'all for cuss out Granger. Y'all could cuss Granger. All y'all want to curse him. I'm not going to join you guys in cursing. Because when y'all were supposed to hold my hands and hold Lincoln Lewis' hands and hold a few other people's hands, y'all weren't doing that because y'all weren't seeing what we were seeing. But all y'all were seeing is that we bitter. We bitter. But I still there here, I still there here. I mean bitter. We wanted better. And some of y'all just mistake bitterness for betterment. Y'all got to stop this sort of thing. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. Too emotional on issues. Things could have been way better if some of y'all weren't focusing on who is bitter. But anyways, let's move on, right? Let's move on. Let's see if these guys are back, if they put in a little credit. No, they're not back. They're still the same way. No credit in the phone, and we can't get no live feed. We can't get nothing at all coming out at the rally. What else is happening? What else you guys want us to Desiree Simons, they weren't listening. They were too big shot. Most of these people that were there, where are they today? Those who are enjoying the sweetness, the benefits of those who fought to have them in there under the coalition government, where are they today? Are they with you guys? Are they helping you guys? Are they standing with you guys? Where are they? Majority of the ministers, where are they today? They're gone off now and they get a fancy job somewhere else and they're comfortable where they are. They're comfortable. And to hell with you, the people. But you let this corrupt PPP regime get out of office. And trust me, they will be out of office. Soon. Very, very soon. They will be out of office. Hopefully the guys in the opposition get their act together and put together a strong, competent team to rid the nation of this corrupt, racist PPP regime. And when this regime changes next election, it is my hope. You're going to see all those who never did anything, they're going to jump back in. They're going to get the biggest jobs, the sweetest jobs, and all these manner of things. And we back to square one because they never care about you guys in the first place. And this is what I said to the coalition. I said it to Harman and all of them. That the people that you guys left out of government are the people that you guys would need in government. Not the set of people that they put in this position, Ministry of Education and Culture, and they don't even have time with you guys. Let me tell you guys a story. Since it's early in the morning and we could yaff. Let me tell you guys a story. There was a young lady by the name of Kelly Isles, who got into almost, I believe, all of the Ivy League colleges, universities. She finally chose Harvard. She graduated from Harvard. Kelly, if you're listening, good morning to you. So I decided to invite Kelly to Guyana, just so that she can motivate young people, go into the villages, the communities, and talk with them. And so I finally went around, and I went to the Ministry of Education and asked them if they can waive the taxes on her flight to Guyana. I'm gonna tell you all this story because it's still on my mind, and I went to the Minister of Education then, and I asked for a waiver because you don't expect me to push my hands in my pocket for everything. Sometimes I can't afford everything. And so Fly Jamaica then said that they're gonna give her a ticket or 2 or 3 tickets, but the taxes can be waived through the government. I went to the Minister of Education. She had me sitting outside in a couch. Nothing wrong. You ain't no special, and you ain't got to drop what you're doing to meet me. So I sat in the couch for about a good 20 minutes. Hello, how are you, Mr. Benchop? So I asked for a waiver. It took about 2 weeks before I finally heard from them. And guess what they said? They can't waive nothing. They can't waive it. Nobody can waive it. They can't do nothing. And that was the end of it. I'm just showing you how these people operate when they were in office. The wrong set of people. So when you take people and you make them ministers, or you put them to head some agency that people never had any grounding, they don't understand the suffering of the people. Don't expect them to even do things to the ordinary people. They will always think that they're up there. And so when the Ministry of Education basically said that they can't do anything to waive the fees of that young lady, Kelly Isles, a graduate now of Harvard University. She went on and she went to Bartica School, she went to Linden, all over she went and she spoke to those young people to motivate them. But when you have a regime or you have a Minister of Education is saying that they can't do that, they can't waive something that is less than 100,000 Guyana dollars. Y'all gonna understand what happened. That is why next time around, these highfalutin people, you could see them, you know some of them already, some of them who don't want to be around you, the ordinary people. Some of them who don't even want to talk to you. Some of them don't even want to return your calls. Those are the people you've got to be skeptical about, because were they to get into a position, just imagine what they will do to you. Just imagine. That is why I'm skeptical about those sort of people. I could tell you all another story. The then chairman of Linden, Region 10, a pastor named Remus, whatever, gone with the Benchop Foundation distributing stuff in Linden at the school. The man stopped the distribution. The guy said, in order for anything to go into Linden, it has to pass through him. And he has to give permission. Stop the entire operation of the Benchop Foundation. Never before in the years that the Benchop Foundation was in existence has ever been treated in that manner under the coalition. Stopped by the regional chairman of Region 10, who said that anything that goes into Linden, you got to get permission from him. Y'all going to learn, but I'm hoping that the time that they're in the opposition now, that they will wake up and not just be as arrogant as some of them are, but go right back to the drawing board, and with the hope next time around to do better in terms of who is placed into positions. Because some people might not be as thick-skinned as me and still not throw them under the bus. I'm still here with them. So far, mind you, I'm still there with them. Freddie Kisoon dashed them under the bus and gone. Everybody else who would have probably experienced that sort of thing, throw them under the bus and gone. But I'm still with them so far. All right, we can talk about enough of that. I can give you more examples, but the fraud, fake signatures and fraudulent signatures, forgeries, and all these things happening under the PPP regime. I noticed editorial in the Stabrook News today is talking about the Commission of Inquiry. It's talking about the Commission of Inquiry and seems to believe almost everything that came out of that Commission of Inquiry. Nothing about Claudette Singh. Well, the editorial says that the Commission of Inquiry has not mentioned anything about Claudette Singh, which is correct. Why was Claudette Singh spared? She was the head and still is the head of the Guyana Elections Commission. Why was she spared? And that's the question Stabrook News is asking. Why was she spared? But with all that is happening right now, with the skullduggery and the forgeries and so forth, we're not hearing from these defenders of democracy. We're just not hearing from any of them. Because this local government elections would be the biggest fraudulent elections outside of the 2020 elections that saw the PPP rigged its way into office. The local government elections is the biggest fraudulent elections in Guyana. But yet all of these so-called guardian of democracy, all of these small fries parties, ANOG, all of them, these DBDB parties, these fly-by-night parties, and so-called leaders, you're not hearing anything from them. Nothing at all from them. I wonder why. Are they comfortable drinking the soup? Are they comfortable doing what they're doing? And some of them who have to bond together, they're quiet about all of these irregularities because they're going to push these irregularities aside and pretend as though they care about you and want to talk about economics. Yes, we can talk about economics, but the right kind of economics, not fraudulent economics where you jump from Tom, Dick, and Harry and collect a piece and collect little crumbs here and collect. That is not economics. So don't let's go the route of economics. Don't let's go the route of that. Don't let's go to the route where a particular community is being deprived of proper economics because one person is covetous enough to destroy and brainwash that community, or not necessarily brainwash it, to bully his way into that community. We could talk about that. We could talk about that. We could go under the umbrella and we could talk about that. We could bond together and we could talk about community that is being destroyed because of one selfish individual. But we can talk about that some other time, right? What else you guys want to talk about now? Because like I've said, this program was an impromptu to basically air the Labor Day, and then the guys them in Guyana, I don't know, they ran out of credit or something like that. So I don't know what's going on. Hence, I just basically had to dash on something quick and come and talk to you guys. I'm calling someone in Guyana to find out what's happening, what's really going on. If they ran out of money with their phone, we could probably email them some credit or something like that. Something like that. But do not be fooled. Don't let people come and talk to you, but you got to focus on economics. Economics to them is hustling. They got the hustling part of economics, nothing else. The hustling part of economics. They don't understand economics. Economics for them is basically running to an oppressor with a brown paper bag, right? Running to the oppressors with a brown paper bag and then coming back and saying then that this is economics. This is what we have to focus on. Be careful, guys. Be careful. All right, I'm just going to run through some of your comments as quickly and then probably just move on. For now, don't forget I'll be on this evening. But if there's anything else that pops up during the course of the day, of course, you'll see me back again. But for now, since we aren't getting in touch back with those guys in Guyana, we might as well pull the curtains down, right? What do you guys say? You guys don't want to hear more of me. You've heard enough of the Umbrella Man, right, Leslie? And others? Yeah, and indeed, the economics to them is a different form of economics. Somebody's asking me, where is Sue? I don't know where Sue is. I saw a picture moving around, floating around with that controversial guy, Mohammed, because, you know, we'll deal with that issue later on tonight, right? May and the Mohammeds and all these set of individuals and so forth, if you know what I mean, right? And those who are on the watch list, the U.S. watch list, those who are on the U.S. watch list will someday soon all bond together. Those who are on the U.S. watch list will someday very soon bond on the U.S. watch list, bond together. You guys enjoy your rest of the morning. It's 11:15. Those who are on the U.S. watch list. Again, right? Those who are on the U.S. watch list. On the U.S. watch list. We'll have to bond together on that U.S. watch list. Capiche? All right. Let me go finish up my Red Bull, and probably I'll be back on with you guys at some point in time during the course of the day or this evening. I'll probably try to invite a few folks, Shalon Washington, attorney at law, and so forth. I'll see you guys later on. God bless you. So long.
Hello, this is attorney Shalon Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Source.
Okay, well,
Maybe the Chinese company that did not get the agreement that they wanted here, maybe they're the ones who told you, or it could be just a fictitious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jerome?
So my relationship.
Yeah, this is the elite team. The root team. Strong team.
Number one.
PPP team. Yeah. You understand? PPP all the way.
Fort.
Yeah, one Guyana. Yes.
Holding the fort for Monday morning.
In anywhere though.
Guyana really nice. Guyana. It's a nice place.
Watch how he's rubbing nose. He don't look like Squidward to you? Y'all get any pictures with Squidward? Y'all have any photographs with Squidward? Huh? Pull down Squidward from SpongeBob and put it sideways here. Let me see what's going on. Bring it up now and let me see. You sure there's not a glitch in the Matrix? And Jack Neo is actually Squidward? I can't, he always got himself some problem. Squidward always got some attitude. Huh? I kid you not. Right? What's the shining thing? There's a warning light. You got it up yet? It's what to do with Jack Neo. They put on a headlamp on it. I don't know what to do to buy. No, but there's a serious thing. This man is the vice president of this country. All right. Yeah, keep it close. No, I can't make up these things.
Guyana really nice. Guyana. It's a nice place.
Oh my God.
Watch how he's rubbing nose. He don't look like Squidward to you? Y'all get any pictures with Squidward? Y'all have any photographs with Squidward? Huh? Pull down Squidward from SpongeBob and put it sideways here. Let me see what's going on. Bring it up now and let me see. You sure there's not a glitch in the Matrix? And Jack Neo is actually Squidward? I can't, he always got himself some problem. Squidward always got some attitude. Huh? I kid you not. Right? What's the shining thing? There's a warning light. You got it up yet? It's what to do with Jack Neo. They put on a headlamp on it. I don't know what to do to buy. No, but there's a serious thing. This man is the vice president of this country. All right. Yeah, keep it close. No, I can't make up these things.
Yeah, this is the elite team. The root team. Strong team.
Number one.
PPP team. Yeah. Yeah, Sam, PPP all the way. Yeah, one Guyana.
Yeah? You already know what I want. Let me go. Give me Polari, I want Polari.
Yeah.
Give me Polari.
Yeah, this is the elite team. The root team. Strong team.
Number one.